Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armored Warfare. Today I'm bringing you the Sphinx. It's the tier 10 armored fighting vehicle which has been introduced in patch 0.15. Additionally, you can see, I'm going to say this right at the beginning, I may even edit in another thing before this, saying the matchmaker is incredibly good for me. It is not balanced at all. There are 3 tier 10s on each team. There are 4 enemy tier 9s, 4 tier 9s on our team as well, and the rest are tier 8. Okay, so with that out the way, the armoured fighting vehicle that you can see here, the Sphinx, is very fast. It's got good manoeuvrability. It's more stable than that of the Crab, which was my worry before playing it, because the Crab only has 4 wheels. It has less contact with the ground compared to the Sphinx with its 6. It has very good camera rating of 0.4 something, 0.45 roughly. One of the best camera ratings in the game. I think the VBL might be better, in fact, but regardless, it's good. The view range at stock is 520 meters, and you get 40 or 80 more when you're stationary. So you can see the minimap at the bottom right there. I have almost view range cap when I'm on the move, and additionally when I'm stationary it goes to full. So you can spot things very easily. It does drift a bit on hills, as you can see, but never mind. Acceleration 80 kilometers an hour through somewhat deep water, no problem. Playing on pipelines, and this is quite a good map for AFVs. It's one of my favourite maps. Bounce to shot, 175mm of armour at most. That was just lucky, and I am very lucky in this match. I will say that. M8 Thunderbolt is making a break for it. Missing a few of our shots. This is an autoloader, remember? And that's our first kill. Now, the gun handling is quite good, but the penetration is also quite good, in fact, at 306, with an average damage per shot of 224 with 13 shots in the magazine. You can do an incredible amount of burst damage with this vehicle. Couple this with a good aim time for an autocannon and accuracy. Out of the box, this is not retrofitted at all because the retrofits are so expensive. It has 0.07 accuracy and a 2.4 second aim time, or at least my one does. Kind of worried about that warrior over there, as he does have a very potent 6 round autoloader. But I've noticed a gap in their defences, and I'm heading for their artillery. 2 artillery to deal with, 2 paladins. And they're going to be around here, or possibly on the other side of the river. Poor driving. There they are, though. 1, 2, 3, he's dead. And I decide to reload after putting 1 into the paladin. Get hit in the side by the M1128 over there. But I need to get into cover to deal with this artillery so he doesn't splash me again. Reloaded. 1, 2, 3, he's gone. Very easy, quite clean. We did take 2 hits from him, but they only coupled to about 150 odd damage. Taking hits from the warrior bounces. Luckily, the armor's quite decent against auto cannons like that. And 128 from earlier. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's dead. He couldn't see me from, I don't know, about 300 meters away. And now we have all of these main battle tanks in front of me. T90. Dealt with. From the back. No problem. M1A2. Putting in significant amount of hurt into him. Over 800 damage in that burst. In about 3 or 4 seconds. Reloaded again. M1 Abrams is still there. Comes into view. 3 shots and he's down. That's kill number 6. And when I was playing this, I thought it's just really easy. this kind of matchmaker. In tier 10 matchmaking, normally it is 6, 7 or 8 tier 10s, and then the rest are tier 9s, and maybe an artillery at tier 8. But at the moment, this is just a slaughter, really. I'm not spotted. These guys know they're getting hit by a Sphinx, because I'm the only one with an autocannon on our team, and if they keep getting hit every few seconds, they're going to know it's me. And I'm just doing 240, 250 damage per hit, and there's hardly a delay with this gun, and it's accurate. And the other thing is, I'm fighting on a hill, a ridgeline, and this has 16 degrees of gun depression. 16! That's incredible for fighting on ridgelines. Coupled with the great mobility, as I talked about earlier, I can get to another position around this map very easily indeed. 103 kilometers an hour. It's incredible. And this thing in PvE is also very, very good for all of the characteristics I just said. 500 health on this M1A1. 1, 2, 3. He couldn't even turn his turret in time before he died. What can I say? I would have had a very hard time in a tier 10 game perhaps. And coupled with the great map for this type of gameplay, armor fighting vehicle gameplay, and the whole host of enemy tier 8s, I think there are 8 tier 8 tanks on their team, because there were 3 tier 10s who are all dead, and there's only 1 tier 9 left, and the rest of the tier 9s are dead, so it just leaves 4 enemies to deal with. Base is being capped, but I'm not worried about it because it's just one guy. This guy puts a good shot into me. Fair enough. T90 MS, huge gun, straight through the front, no problem. Kind of drifting around the side here, and that helps me evade a lot of their fire. That warrior from earlier, Zarp, he hits me 3 times, I think, takes off a lot of my health, and I'm now on 183 hit points. But I don't really care, because I can just pen him about 5 times and he goes down. I don't know what to say anymore. This is just getting ludicrous. T90 MS, teddy bear, buddy. I can't pen him with AP rounds, and I am shooting him from the front, as you can see. But I just reload high explosive now, as this does carry high explosive and armor piercing, and it also has ATGMs. Most of my high explosive is ineffective, but I strike the right part of the armor and it goes down. Somebody in the chat, the Remka, is telling me to go back to base, but I already knew that. I had to deal with the threat in front of me. Reloaded, and I'm on the move once again with this great acceleration time. I didn't talk about the acceleration time. It's absurdly good. That T90 MS, he got pretty mad because he couldn't see me. He could not see me from 50 or maybe 100 meters away through some trees. I know there's a camo bonus and I have good camo, but it is quite absurd. And I'm on 9 kills. And we just have to deal with a Leopard 2A5, and I can just go on the other side of this map here, as it's just him. He's distracted with a Leopard 2A6 and an Ariete. My poor driving is crippling my ability to actually get back to the base, but that's not really the fault of the Sphinx, that's just me not controlling it very well. It does take a little bit of time to slow down, as you can see, from 100 to 0, which is fair enough. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. He's dead. And that's 10 kills. What can I say? Other than looking at the post-game stats. Or let's look at the post-game stats, I should say. Well, there you go. That's 10,500 damage, 10 kills, and 11 spots in, well, very little time indeed. 43,000 reputation, 473,000 credits. Top on the team on damage and basic speed and spots. If I wasn't on this team, we most likely would have lost. And I'm not saying that because I'm the best player out there, but it's because I had a great vehicle on a great map in fantastic godlike matchmaking. And the last two screens here, we can see I fired 98 shots, 74 hits and 24 misses, so quite decent accuracy. Of course, it is an autoloader, you do fire a lot of shots, and you will have to expect that some of them will miss or bounce. 10 kills, 11 enemies damaged, and we could have done 4,500 more damage with those 24 misses / non-penetrations, but we did cause 10,500 damage. And you can see some of that was really close, and some of that was stationary, some of that was on the move, and 7,000 of that was when we were concealed. Incredible. And the last screenshot here, we also bounced 1,500 damage from 120mm guns or more, as well as the warrior, of course, and we probably absorbed a bit of HE splash as well. So there you go, the Sphinx, tier 10 armoured fighting vehicle, and the most godlike matchmaker I've ever seen. That's my highest amount of damage I've ever done in this game in a PvP scenario, alongside the 10 kills. I think my highest before was 9 kills, but that was at probably tier 5. Maybe 7 kills in fact, I can't actually remember. But there you go. Tell me your thoughts. I think the matchmaker in that example was the main contributor to my success alongside the map. And it does highlight weaknesses of the tier 8s versus the tier 9s and 10s. And that's another thing I'm going to be looking at in another video. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.